I don't know why my YouTube does that. It's so weird. I try to set up these live streams and it does something very weird. But today I'm at Universal Studios Hollywood. I don't know if you can see behind me, but you probably can. I'm in the main Universal store right now, and I have to tell you guys, absolutely incredible to be back here. It's been several months, at least a month, 2 months, if I had to guess. Um, Absolutely crazy. Jacob Willard, good to see you, my friend. Um, Everyone just joining right now, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ThemeParkConductor on YouTube, Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram, follow me on Blue Sky, X at ThemeConductor. So that's ThemeConductor on X. And you can also find me on TikTok now. Orange Go 55, great friend of the channel. He turned me on to TikTok, so I'm on TikTok now. Crazy. But we're kind of waiting around for a couple more minutes to see if they drop any merch. Mondo's doing a live stream right now on YouTube, and come to find out, there was supposed to be some type of HHN announcement this morning. I don't know if that's still happening or they're going to wait until later today, because they're supposed to have a panel at San Diego Comic-Con today, at least about FNAF. So we'll probably get some more details. We might even get a piece to this window over here. So let's take a look. Let's take a look real quick, guys. So this is what the current window looks like as we're live right now. You got Jason, Terrifier, and then you got Fallout. There's 2 more windows left, and supposedly one of these windows is for FNAF. And it's quite interesting, because this is what it looks like. This is like the miniature version. I think this is going for $25. These pieces are going for $8.99 each. But if I move this real quick, I'm trying to not break their display here. But they got all 3 pieces that you can buy. So I'm super excited, and it looks like they restocked the Jason shirts. So they have double X's and triple X's. I wear a double X because it's easier for me. It's longer. I wish they had an XLT, but I don't think any theme park store would ever carry that, but it would be nice if they did. And then there's that Terrifier shirt, but nothing too crazy yet. Again, I was just hanging out in here watching Mondo's live stream. Shout out to Mondo 5 Fires for doing that live stream. But if anyone is watching this on YouTube or X, and you guys see something, post it online so I can run back to the store. But we're gonna go check out some updates around the park. Absolutely crazy. It seems like it's going to be a busy day here at Universal, and I haven't been back in like 2 months. I was just at Disneyland, which was absolutely crazy. It was nuts. Got to hang out with some amazing friends. Orange Grove 55, shout out to him. Shout out to George from Citrico Central, and so many other. And a good friend that I haven't seen since May, Jason Hill. He came out. He flew out from from Arizona to be here, to be at Disneyland. So that was very cool to see him. But this is I'm going to show you guys the wait times currently right now. These are the wait times we got. So it's pretty busy in the park. Kung Fu Panda is about 10 minutes, so not too bad. Studio Tour is 10 minutes. So in a little bit, because I promised Theme Park Wizard, another great friend of the channel, that I would go on the studio tour, and I told him I was going to do it during the live stream to see if we could see any updates to that hillside little markers they put behind the Simpsons show building. Because like I've told you, bad. A couple of them are pretty high, but it's super expected. But going back to the Simpsons, we've all talked about it. The Simpsons, that show building, Obviously, The Simpsons is going away by 2028. That's a no-brainer. That's going away. What's replacing it? We can only speculate. We don't know. Unless someone out there knows, which it wouldn't shock me, but I don't want any spoilers, because I don't know how many of you like spoilers, because I don't. I don't like spoilers. Until Universal announces something, or I kind of get to analyze it myself, I don't like spoilers. I really don't. But as we're walking to behind Super Silly Funland, this is my first time seeing the Fast and Furious Dom's Charger ride vehicle for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. And I have to tell you guys, just like I said in my live stream for the Walt Disney animatronic at the theater there, the Opera House, it doesn't do you justice watching videos. If you want to see this thing full blown, you gotta come see this in person, and it's absolutely incredible. I cannot wait to ride this, and the sound effects this thing's gonna make, and obviously it's gonna have some sound because it has speakers there, and that thing right there is awesome. Jacob, you asked if there's any drinks, new drinks. I think there's just drinks that we've been seeing for Jaws, because Jaws is celebrating its 50th anniversary. So at the Amity Island Cafe, I don't think there's any new drinks as far as I'm aware of. But I'll keep my eye peeled, and if I see something, I'll post it on social after the live stream, of course. But like I said, we're gonna go check out behind Super Silly Funland. We're gonna go see what's going on with the Fast and Furious. I posted some pictures this morning on my social media, so go check out X, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok. I posted all these pictures of current progress. The ride vehicle, which they've been doing the pull-through for the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster, was going, it was like halfway through the inversion that kind of goes over the straightaway on the track layout this morning. Because, you know, when I come to Universal, I like doing the early entry, even though it's for Super Nintendo World, but I do other things, you know, capturing pictures and whatnot for you guys, because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for me. But programming note, before we head to the overlook behind Super Silly Funland, programming note, I bought my tickets for Horror Unleashed, grand opening day, Thursday. I think it's August the 14th, and I will be there August the 15th with Tommy Toon World. Definitely stay tuned for that. I bought my tickets, my plane flight. I just gotta pay for my hotel. I'm super excited about that. And I hope you guys will join me on that, because not just going through the houses, let's just get clear on that. Not just going through the houses, but sitting in the bar, restaurant area and getting interactions with the characters is absolutely incredible. But we're gonna look at the overlook right now. This is where the ride vehicle's at. That's crazy. That's crazy. Unbelievable. Good thing my phone's on a tripod, because I always get nervous getting close to the railing and dropping my phone over the edge. Definitely don't want to do that, but this is currently what it looks like. So as you guys can see, it's kind of hard because of the sun, but the garage doors for the maintenance bay have been installed. More lighting has been installed on the actual show building. Absolutely incredible. They have the sound wall, at least the framing for the sound wall, completely up. I'm guessing more theming is gonna come as days go on, but I cannot wait to ride that inversion. Oh my Lord, that's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fire. And it's a beautiful day of the San Fernando Valley. Man, absolutely incredible. But as we head back here, we have construction guys on the track here I think these have something to do with the fencing or maybe electrical. Just absolutely incredible, guys. But like I said, and then you have crews down here as well. Um, very crazy. But seeing that ride vehicle like that, I cannot wait to ride that, guys. And then I want to ask you guys too, looking at the sound barrier wall here, what type of theming do you want? Because we kind of saw it kind of down there a little bit, and it kind of just looks like a basic facade, and it kind of looks not right. So I don't know if they have plans or something, but that's currently what it looks like behind the overlook. Super excited for that. And then we're gonna go to the other side because they have some theming elements that they are putting on the concrete wall, which makes me think all these concrete walls that we could see from that area of the escalators going down to the lower lot will have the same theming as well. So let's go check it out. But I want to ask everyone in the chat right now, how's everyone doing today? You know, is everyone, staying cool, staying warm, wherever you might be? I hope everyone's doing okay. You know, there's a lot of news that broke out. I wouldn't say it's exciting. Some of it exciting, some of it, eh. So, two famous well, not actors, but famous people, celebrities, that sadly passed away. Ozzy Osbourne. I know a lot of my Ozzy Osbourne fans out there, it was a sad day for Ozzy, but he was looking tired, and I'm glad, he kind of did one last concert. That was pretty awesome. And then also, today, at 71 years old, Hulk Hogan. Man, Hulk Hogan, wow. I grew up watching him. Crazy. And I feel like I just saw Hulk Hogan, not in person, of course, but on TV just a while ago. Insane. And then we got some other news too. Okay, there we go. So there's some other news that broke, which was the FNAF 2 trailer. Man, I watched that and I was like astonished. Crazy. Like I said earlier, the San Diego Comic-Con, the FNAF cast, well, I'm sure cast and director, maybe producers, something like that, are going to be at the convention giving us more details, possibly about HHN, possibly about the new FNAF 2, so I cannot wait. I cannot wait for it to come to HHN. I've been dying to see it. Incredible. It's not even just the house. The house is going to be its own monster in a way, but the merch is going to be insane. That's going to sell. I have no doubts in my mind about that. But let's check on the Fast and Furious building since we're here. So it looks like all the windows, more lighting has been installed. The windows have been fully installed, and I know we saw from the concept art that basically we're going to see some type of mural here, so we'll just have to wait and see and find out what's going on. Crazy, guys. I cannot wait. And let me get a better angle here. Hold on. Some are speculating by HHN that this right here, which is going to be the exit for the roller coaster leading into the gift shop, this gift shop could possibly open by HHN. Who thinks that? Post in the comments. Who thinks this could open? And why not? It'd be another store that, Universal can benefit off of it. If it's pretty much ready to go, they can open that little section for the store and keep everything else walled behind, around it. So it'll be definitely interesting. And it's hot at Universal, by the way, when they have the misters on. So Eric Patterson says, he thinks it's going to open. I think it's possible. Like I said, in a post I mentioned this morning at I threw it on social media, showing like some pictures and a little video clip of the hillside project behind the Mummy. Universal, whatever technique they use for hiring construction crews for their projects, they have a wonderful way, a great secret on how to do it. Because the construction crews they hire, whether it's out here in Universal Hollywood, Orlando, or other Universal parks around the world, they don't miss a beat. They move incredibly fast. Insane. But we're gonna check up on the other side of the Fast and Furious Hillside project. We're gonna check on the Hillside project behind the Mummy, and then we're gonna hit the studio tour, and hopefully they don't drop HHN news when I'm on the studio tour, so we'll have to find out. But let's turn the camera around real quick. So I wanna show you guys this first. It's kind of chaos here. A lot of people here. But it looks like the supports for the Scream Shield have not progressed any further yet. Crazy, absolutely crazy. And then I just want to catch up on some of the chats here. Daniel Storm, I don't know if you're in the park, but what's up, man? Always good to see you. But like I was saying, I don't think there's going to be any more updates, at least now. So we'll see. But as we go to the other side, I kind of had a dash over here. This is what they're currently doing here. Look at this. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but let me see if I can there we go. So I want to ask you guys straight on, that brick looks incredible, okay? I'm going to be really honest with you. Eric says, whoa. Yeah, absolutely whoa. So it makes me wonder if they're going to put this brick throughout all the concrete areas that everyone can see throughout, little areas of the park. And then these poles that you see right here that are sticking up, it makes me wonder if they're going to put plexiglass, which they probably will. And then maybe it'll be a 2-for-1 deal where they're doing plexiglass, and they're going to be, on the top of these supports here. They're going to have like a permanent canopy, so people waiting in this extended queue over here will not melt to death, especially during the summer. Because I could tell you right now, the last couple summers we've had, and even during the year, it's been hot. Why? I don't know. California goes through the weirdest weather changes I've ever seen lately. I don't understand it. I just don't. But this brick actually looks incredible. I'm super excited on how this looks. And, it's just absolutely incredible. So let's go down to the lower lot. While we do that, let's catch up on some chat. One of our great moderators, Orange Grove 55, is in the house. He says, smash that like button. Absolutely. Orange Grove 55. If you haven't checked out his channel, I urge you to please do so. I'm on his channel all the time. Absolutely amazing content creator. I hung out with him and George the Italiano from Citrico Central for several days at Disneyland. It was an absolute blast, and I could not be happier. And Orange Grove and I do a lot of videos together where he's on my Conductor Sunday live stream, or I'm on his channel talking Disney, Universal, HHN, and so much more. Jacob Weller says, wasn't there 3 celebrities, someone named Warren? Yes, Warren was a voice actor. He passed away. It seems like we're just I don't know. It seems like we're losing a lot of people, and it sucks. So I'm going to quote something Mondo said on his live stream earlier, which I still think he's doing his live stream, is, especially your loved ones, your dad, your mom, your brother, any family member, friends you haven't talked to in a long, long, long time, give them a call. Say hi to them, take them out to lunch, hang out with them, because you never know when we can lose them or us. You just don't know. So always be thankful and always take time out to spend time with them, because every moment is precious, because you never know the next day what could happen. So just keep that in mind. I don't know, Mondo just posted some on X, so I didn't know if he posted some HHN related. I only have one phone. But as you guys can see, this is the Hillside project, and they are not screwing around. They are to the ground. Unbelievable. They are to the ground. I'm going to get better angles of this, of course. And then off in the distance, right in the center of the screen right there, we got Jason Universe. I'm so excited. I love Jason. Just as much as I love Michael Myers. I cannot wait to go through that house. And off in the distance there, we have Scarecrow. Man. And that announcement just dropped yesterday. Incredible. As we look around, man, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Hey, Jacob. But let's take one more look over here of the Fast and Furious progress. So I'm gonna set up the tripod for a minute. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, there we go. Look at that view, man. Sorry if you're hearing loud bangs off in the distance. They're throwing away debris and stuff. But man, look at that. Who's excited? Who's excited to go on this coaster? I'm super excited. I don't know about everyone else. I know Orange Grove 55, he's probably watching. Jacob said we need more Creature. So are you talking about Creature from the Black Lagoon for HHN? I would 100% agree with that. I 100% agree. Hopefully we do get it at some point. But I know Orange Grove 55 said he would never go on this coaster, but I'm trying to convince him, guys. I know he doesn't want to. I want him to, at least one time, to say he did it. I even told him I'll hold him tight next to me. He can sit next to me and he can close his eyes, do whatever he needs to do. I want him to ride it one time, and that's it. He doesn't ever have to ride it again. Him and Wizard are saying they don't want to ride it. They're scared to, well, I don't think they said they're scared to death, but they said they wouldn't ride it. I'm going to try to convince them to ride it. For the sake of content creators trying out a new ride, whether it's a intimate roller coaster or it's an indoor dark ride, we got to do it. That's just what we do here, in the YouTube universe theme park world. We try new things, whether we're scared of it or not. So I'm going to try. It's going to be a struggle, but I'm going to try my best to get them on this coaster, because it looks insane. But I'll tell you one thing. Right now. Every single time I come to Universal, I am riding this ride. Every single time. It'll be the first ride I'm going on every single time. Eric says they have to go on it. Oh, Eric, I can't agree with you more. I'm going to get them on it. Jacob said, I ride it going to Epic in April sometimes. So you're talking about its sister, the Velocicoaster. So let me turn the camera around for a second. So let's just get clear on something. So alongside making the announcement just 10 minutes ago that I officially bought my Horror Unleashed tickets for Vegas for the grand opening day and the second day, bought my plane flight, I got to pay for the hotel. I am pleased to announce that I have started to make payments to a friend of mine who's handling all the arrangements for the Epic Universe trip, which I'm going to be going in March 2026, early March. I think it's like the first week, towards the end of the first week, for I think like 10 or 12 days. And I have to tell you guys how excited I am. I cannot even begin to tell you how excited I am. I'm lost for words because I want to hit. Oh man, nice. Great to have you in the live stream. But I'm so excited for our Universal Orlando, Walt Disney World. Some of the things I'm super excited for is Islands of Adventure, riding the Velocicoaster. I want to say I rode it. I rode the Velocicoaster. I want to do it. I want to ride Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. I want to ride so many others. I want to go visit not only Epic Universe. That is going to be a must trip. I think I'm doing 2 days of Epic out there. Also, one of the parks at Walt Disney World that I definitely want to do. I've been wanting to do it forever. I've seen all these content creators from Mondo from Five Fires, Theme Park Obsession, Dylan, who runs that channel, and so many others have been to Orlando. And the one theme park I want to do so bad, Epcot. I want to do Epcot so bad. There's nothing like it. Epcot for sure. Eric says Busch Gardens. If I can squeeze that in, Eric, I am going to try to do Busch Gardens. If not, I will definitely make it one of my priorities the next trip going. And I cannot be happier. So there's a lot that's happened this year, you know, with the channel. I got monetized. You know, I'm able to receive super chats on my channel. My Instagram blew up. I think just a little bit ago, I checked my Instagram. I have 1,300 followers on Instagram. I could not be happier. My X account has been blowing up nonstop. Absolutely incredible. Deadshot says, let's go and take a ride on Jurassic World, the ride at Universal Hollywood. Hey, if you're here, let's do it. Let's do it. I haven't been on it since they added the water cannon, so I know you get blasted. But you know what? I might indulge myself and do it. I might do it. But then also going back to the Orlando trip, it will be my first time in Orlando. Not only just visiting Walt Disney World, but Orlando, but just being in Orlando general. I think the last time I was in Orlando, it was probably, 20 plus years ago, maybe 50. I don't know, I might be getting my dates mixed up, who knows. But I went out there for a flight, to fly out there and spend the night in Orlando, in town, and then jump on a cruise ship with my family for, it was the Royal Caribbean. It was one of the biggest ships it had at the time. It was a lot of fun, but I'm so glad to be going back to visit the theme parks. I cannot wait to see all this. I cannot wait to bring you all guys with me. So let's go over real quick before we check on the Hillside project, before I go down the escalators and we talk more about that, is my scheduling coming up. So like I said, August the 14th, the 15th, I'm going to be in Las Vegas for Horror Unleashed. I cannot wait. They dropped the merch. I'm definitely going to have to get some merch. And then I think like a week later, maybe a week, maybe a couple days after a week, I'm not sure. I'm going to be in Anaheim or close to Anaheim. My buddy George, who runs Citrico Central, definitely go check out his channel. It's his birthday. So I'm going to be spending his birthday with him and so many other friends. We're going to have himself, Orange Go 55. We're going to have Tommy Toon World and so many others. I think Ken and Camper, just to name a few, are all going to be together. And we're going to do a live stream from the hotel. So that's going to be absolutely incredible. Eric says, need to meet up with you in Vegas. Hey, I'm down, Eric. I'm down. Let's do it. And then literally, we're going to be doing that. We're going to celebrate his birthday. We're going to do 1 or 2 days of Disneyland. I'm also going to be part of the Orange Grove 55 meet and greet that they do in downtown Disney. So it's going to feature Orange Grove 55, George from Citrico Central. I'm going to try to be part of it and hang out with everybody. Like I said, we're going to do some Disneyland. Then on top of that, we're also going to be doing the next week. It's going to be a crazy week or a crazy month leading into September. We're going to be doing HHN. So this is my normal schedule, guys. HHN, first night, RIP night. That's a must. I can't wait to see what this year's credentials look like, what the RIP dinner looks like, what show we're getting at Waterworld. Sadly to say, it's probably going to be The Purge. I'm not super excited for it, but you know, I'll keep an open mind. Then I'm looking forward to the lineup we have so far. Jason Universe, hopefully FNAF, hopefully they officially announce it. I know it's on the website, but something tells me they're going to go into more detail today at the San Diego Comic-Con. So definitely keep an eye out for information on that. We got Poltergeist, we got Terrifier, which I'm so excited for. Terrifier, and so many other things coming. So many other things. I'm super excited for the merch, to hang out with Tommy Toon World, because me and Tommy just, I don't know. He told me last night, it's so funny. It's so funny. We talk practically almost every single night or every other night, and it's so funny because he's like, I would not be so immersed if I didn't meet you the grand opening day and weekend of Super Nintendo World that debuted here a few years back here at Universal Studios Hollywood. And I got him so immersed. He loves it. He's like a thrill junkie. He loves HHN. He loves doing his WWE in Vegas, all the stuff he does out there with UFC. He loves doing Not Scary Farm. He loves doing the whole, Christmas time at the theme parks out here. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of amazing content. And then jumping back to Vegas real quick, when I fly into town, because I'm only, with the plane flight, I'm only an hour away. I just think it's more convenient to fly. I don't want to put miles on my car, so I'm flying in. I will be doing a live stream from Vegas, from the hotel room, as soon as I arrive, check in and all that stuff. So like Eric said, I am a busy guy, but I do it all for you guys. You guys are the ones that keep me going. I love all you guys. I love hanging out with the content creators, Mondo, Theme Park Obsession, JP Land, Theme Park Shark, and so many others, Orange Grove 55, George the Italiano, Tommy Toon World. I can go on forever. Even Theme Park Wizard, who I have said hundreds of times, because now he's kind of branched off into the Disney permits as well. But I call him the GOAT of theme park permits. He's on top of that stuff like crazy. It's absolutely nuts. But and he has a brand new website that he updates pretty often, which is ThemeParkWizard.com. So definitely go check that out. So let me, Dead Short Overkill says, Dark Universe replacing The Simpsons. Personally, for me, I think Dark Universe is gonna come to Universal Hollywood in some aspect. I just don't feel the Simpsons area is big enough. If Universal Monsters, which is already at Epic Universe in Orlando, is gonna come to the Hollywood park, I want it to be bigger than the Epic Universe spot. That means more sound stages are going to be torn out, which they're already planning on ripping out sound stages, all on the lower lot behind Jurassic World, behind The Mummy, behind Transformers, Super Nintendo World. It's already being planned out. I want it in a big footprint though. I don't want it a small area. I don't feel like the Universal Monsters deserve that. They deserve a big area to terrify and excite guests walking into their realm. I don't feel like throwing it next to Fast and Furious and in the Simpsons area, which is also butt up against Harry Potter, would be a smart move. I'm not saying I don't want it to come, because I do. I absolutely do. I just don't think the Simpsons area is a smart place to put Universal Monsters. So we'll have to wait and see. But enough of me talking with the headshot here. Let's go check on the progress of the hillside project behind the mummy. And just to let everyone know, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Blue Sky, and TikTok at ThemeParkConductor, or you haven't followed me on X at ThemeConductor, or you haven't checked out any of my Conductor Sunday live streams, which I do every Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that's the West Coast time, not East Coast. I definitely encourage you to do so, because I have a lot of amazing guests. I have a lot of amazing videos, and it's absolutely crazy. And I don't know if you guys can hear me, but it is totally packed here at Universal, and the noise here is just over the top. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. But from what I've shown you guys so far, does anyone have any comments, concerns, anything like that you want me to answer while I'm at Universal? Because after we check out the hillside project, we're also going to get on the studio tour. That's the last thing we're going to do for the day, for this live stream. But you know, it's a lot to cover. It's a lot to cover. Like, again, I'm quoting Eric. He said, "I'm a busy guy," and he's not wrong. I have so much on my plate, but again, it's all for you guys. It's totally worth it. I cannot wait. Eric, I'm ready for HHN. I want HHN so bad. And that mirror glass thing that you guys saw at the beginning of the live stream, because I started it in the Universal Studio store in the upper lot. I finally bought the stained glass frame, and I bought all 3 pieces. So I'm hoping by the time I leave here, guys, they will drop another HHN announcement, whether it's confirming FNAF and more details, because Mondo hinted, and again, this is just pure speculation, but Mondo hinted at possibly FNAF, Freddy Fazbear, getting one of 2 windows left on that frame. So who knows? Or we could get the WWE announcement, who knows? Or Poltergeist. We just don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see. And again, I feel like I'm on a construction site, because Universal is transforming so much, it's crazy. And then, I don't know if anyone saw my post on X earlier today. Dead short, I'm at Universal because it's been a while. I kind of feel that I need to share the wealth between Disney and Universal. So that's why I'm here. But this is the progress right here. Look at this. They are on the ground. They're leveling out. Look how massive that retaining wall is. Incredible. Wow, guys. They even got rid of more dirt this morning than I remember. Incredible. Wow. Unbelievable. So let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about it. Let me see where I could set up. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Hold on. One second, guys. Trying to. So we're on the lower lot right now. Like I said, I just showed you what Fast and Furious, or not Fast and Furious, I'm so sorry. The Hillside Project behind, hey, Wano Mac, what's up, man? What the Hillside Project looks behind the mummy. And I have to tell you guys, like I said so many times already, during this live stream, during, when I post on social media, whatever Universal does, when they hire these construction crews to do projects around their Universal parks, whether it's out here in Hollywood, Orlando, or internationally, I have to tell you, they must have a sweet talker or one hell of a negotiation team to work with these amazing, hard-working construction crews. Because the fact that last March, so this previous March, they were just starting this wall, and now we see it to the ground level. Unbelievable. Just absolutely unbelievable. Shout out to Universal. Shout out to the construction crews working on this project. And not even this project, also working on Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, the security hubs surrounding Universal City Walk, and all the brand new restaurants coming to Universal City Walk, which there's a few. There's a new pizza joint. There's a new Korean barbecue place that's taking over the former Johnny Rockets location that just closed. And then so much more is coming, I kind of feel, because there's a lot of vacancy in City Walk. And with this happening, the security hubs, the hotel that they're supposed to start building in the Woody Woodpecker parking lot, and the other one that's supposed to be in where the tech services building is on the back lot, which there has been permits and there has been videos, not tutorials, but a video that was put out by Cal Missing showing how they're going to move it, how the new area is going to look in the furthest part of the back lot. That area where the tech services building sits currently, which that one security hub where iFly used to be, is behind there, behind Curious George, which currently sits 2 houses for HHN and has done so for the last couple of years. I have to tell you guys straight on, I don't know where they're going to relocate those 2 houses, but that's supposedly going to be the second hotel. We don't know yet for sure. Universal hasn't even announced any of the hotels, like hasn't acknowledged it yet, but I'm hoping it does. Eric says Universal isn't playing with the construction. Absolutely not. Wano Max says Universal is moving fast with all its projects. Very awesome to see. Well, I agree with you, Wano Mac and Eric. We just got a post by Mark Woodbury, which is the chairman of the Universal Parks and Destination and Experiences, where he just confirmed, I think he confirmed on a post on X this morning, that they are already looking at expansion for Epic Universe. Incredible, incredible. It hasn't even been open a full year yet, and they're already expanding. Insane, insane. And then Dead Short Overkill says the Hillside project is coming along nicely. Wow, good job, construction guys at Universal Studios Hollywood. Absolutely. The construction crews, Universal, and our amazing team members here at Universal, they do such a wonderful job bringing new experiences to the park, delighting guests, greeting guests when they come into the park every single day. Wow, amazing, amazing, guys. But we're gonna head back upstairs and we're gonna head towards the studio tram tour. So let's go do it. Let's do it. And like I said, just absolutely incredible how Universal is doing this. Unbelievable. Now, I want to ask everybody in the chat right now, because we saw that Hillside project, and as we're going up the escalators, you know, Theme Park Wizard, again, the absolute GOAT when it comes to theme park permits, both here at Universal and Disneyland, and even Walt Disney World as well. I've seen 1 or 2 permits from him, I think. I have to tell you guys straight on that the project behind the Mummy, which Wizard has said it's going to be a utility event space. or an event space. So what I'm hearing is they're going to build like a permanent tent that's going to stay up year round, and it's going to be like Orlando's, where they use it for HHN. We could use ours for HHN. We could use it for Fan Fest nights. They could use it for private events. Personally, for me, all due respect to Wizard and several other content creators that are great friends of mine and the channel, I don't know if that's such a great space, since they carve so much out of it, to use that for something like that. I'm not saying that I hate it, but I rather of them put the studio tour, which has been heavily rumored, to go back down to the lower lot. That's what I thought they're doing. And I kind of feel like it would be a better space for that. So that way the studio tour, where it sits right now, which we are currently headed to, can be used for future theme park space. But also, even if they move the studio tour down to the lower lot, and let's say it goes there, or I'm going to show you another location that Mouse Vibes, shout out to Mouse Vibes, they actually pointed out another location where the studio tram tour could be, and we're going to check that out from the top of the escalator here. But I have to tell you guys straight on, I rather the studio tour be relocated in that area behind the Mummy, and I rather and when they do that, let's just get clear on something. They move it. The reason why they're considering moving it in the first place is because of, let me see, because the hillside that the studio tram tour sits on, it's starting to have a little bit of issues with, just it's sliding and caving. So I don't know how true that is, but if it is true, then obviously I would like to see the studio tram tour move back down to the lower lot. And as we reach the top of the escalators here, I want to point something out to you guys. Let me go over here for a second and turn the camera around. You see that big oval building right there? Let me see if I could put this on the trash can again, guys, so it's not shaking on you. Okay, there we go. So you guys see that oval building, and then the buildings to the, well, you can't really see it, it's the studio post, but as you're looking at it, that's where Mouse Vibes were saying that the tram tour can go. My only question is, how do we get to it if that's the case? I don't know. I'm not saying it's a horrible idea, but I'm kind of curious, between all these sound stages here and all these buildings, how way back there we can get to the tram loading area, if that's where they want to put it. So it'll be very interesting to me to see how they do that. But let's keep heading up to the tram, and let's go check it out. Like I said, it's pretty packed here. Dead Short Overkill says the lower lot is future expansion for Universal Studios Hollywood for future attractions theme park conductor. No, I 100% agree with you. I just don't feel that far space would be a good location or a bad location for the studio tram tour to come back to the lower lot, which way back in Universal Hollywood's day had the studio tram tour on the lower lot, where actually the drop and where you meet Blue, the Velociraptor at Jurassic World, currently sits today. So I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm pretty curious on how they do it. It's going to be really interesting. And as we are going up the escalator, just some views here of, again, the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift project. Absolutely amazing. That brickwork. Again, shout out to the construction guys for that amazing brickwork. It looks incredible. I cannot wait. And then these new poles, you see those silver poles? Those weren't here earlier when we started our live stream. So I don't want to show any construction crew's face because that's disrespectful, but I wonder what these poles are. Where did these come from? What are these for? Maybe a canopy that I was talking about? I don't know. So we'll just have to wait and see as time goes. But I just want to ask everyone watching, has everyone smashed that like button, subscribe to the channel? Because I do have a second set of the old school map from 1955 that they gave out the other day at Disneyland for Disney's 70th birthday, and a spare button that they gave out. So I'm gonna probably be doing a giveaway pretty soon, but I'm gonna give you guys a challenge. There's a challenge I would like to complete. I'm close to getting to 5,200 subscribers on YouTube, and I would like to on X. And if we can accomplish that goal, whoever makes that happen, they will get that special prize. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Enjoy the studio tour. Have fun.
And like this lovely gentleman said, welcome to the studio tour, and we're gonna explore it. We're gonna do it. So I cannot wait to see it. And then according to Wizard, I'm gonna sit on the right side, so that way I can see what markers they have put up for the Simpsons, the hillside behind the Simpsons. So we're gonna go do that right now, and check that out. And then after we do the studio tour, I will probably end the live stream, but that's still another probably 40 minutes away. So if you haven't smashed that like button or subscribe to Theme Park Conductor on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok, I encourage you to do so. And then also on X at Theme Conductor. And also, like I stated, guys, if you want to show your love and support, you can always send a super chat, because I do have that availability during my live streams. And it's not just live streams in the park, it's also my Conductor Sunday live stream. So if you want to show your support, that's a great way to do so. That way we can grow the channel together. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But we're going to enter the studio tour. It's only 15 minutes, so not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, no. If you already hit the like button, I appreciate it. Again, all the support goes right back into the channel, so I appreciate it, guys. But, I want to ask you guys why we wait in this queue is, and Dead Short, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I want to ask you guys, do you guys ever think we're going to get the Jurassic Park section back for the studio tour? Or do you think it's just gone forever? What do you guys think? Post in the comments. Because it's been taken offline from the tram tour since that tram accident happened months and months ago at night, which I'm still kind of conflicted on why it's taking so long for our investigation for that. But yet we just saw the other day from, I forgot who posted it originally on X, but we had a tram accident, or not a tram accident, but a construction accident on that hillside project we just covered. One of the construction vehicles flipped on its side and almost went off the cliff of that top of the that wall that they built to hold the hillside back. So it makes me wonder what's taking so long, because they already did the lawsuit and all that, so they should have it back. I don't know why it hasn't come back already. Tiny Snack said, nah, they should just do a Jurassic Park land with the ride from China. Okay, so again, while we're waiting in the Studio Tram Tour area, I'm going to tell you guys something right now. If they want to extend Jurassic World, I am all for that, 100%. The perfect location for that, I'm going to be honest with you, is going to be the Mummy Show Building. If they use that show building, gut it out completely, strip the theming from the outside, the inside, that would be such an amazing ride to come to the Mummy footprint. I could see that coming. So I know a lot of people have said, oh, well, why would you copy a ride? Well, here's the difference. If we're copying a ride from, let's say, Orlando, it makes 0 sense to do so. 0 cents. Because, people that live closer to that theme park and then vice versa live closer to this theme park, why would we spend the money to go to each other's theme parks and do something like that? That's insane. Why would we do that? I don't get it. But when we're talking about a ride from an international Universal Park, that's where exceptions start to happen. I could see that happening. And if I had to choose between the ride you guys are talking about, the Jurassic World Adventure ride, and the other ride, I forgot the actual name of it, but it's kind of like, trying to think of the name, Silver Bullet at Knott's Berry Farm. It kind of looks like that ride structure. I would choose Jurassic World Adventure 10 out of 10 times. So it makes me wonder why they won't bring it here. Because again, it's an international park. It's not something where it's from a domestic park. So it makes me wonder why they haven't done so. Because the Mummy has been on the chopping block for years. And it's still on the chopping block. It's still going to go away eventually. It can't stay there forever. So it makes me wonder what they're going to do with it. It really does. I'm going to check X real quick, so the feed might cut in and out, but just hang on with me guys. An announcement or some. No announcement yet. The Mummy is good, but the IP is dead. Yeah, it's good, but I totally agree with you. The IP is worn out. And then the other thing too is when they were building the Mummy back in the day, the theme park, the lower lot was still very young. So when they did that, when it was very young, they were going to build an outdoor portion. But the problem is with the outdoor portion, there were sound stages literally not even 20, 30 feet away from this attraction. So they couldn't do so. And they didn't have the technology they do today to make these sound stages soundproof like they do. So I'm kind of unsure what they're going to do by far, but we'll have to wait and see what they do. But the Mummy is literally on the chopping block. Any time now, it could go away and be gone. Would it suck? Yes, but I think it's time. Dead Short says, they should get rid of the Revenge of the Mummy and replace it with the Jurassic World Adventure. I agree with you. I would love the Jurassic World Adventure ride to come in that footprint. I would love it. Because early on when they're building Super Nintendo World and they were talking about Donkey Kong and that expansion, which I still am holding hope, but it's pretty much dead at this point. That was one of the locations they were looking at to possibly bring the Donkey Kong expansion to, and I'm like, that makes zero sense. Why would you have Epic Universe now and Universal Beijing, or not Beijing, but Japan? Why would you have both Super Nintendo World and Donkey Kong connected, but us in Hollywood not have it connected? That would just be totally weird. I don't think that would be appropriate. If they're going to do anything, I'd rather them, like Dead Short said, put another Jurassic World attraction in that spot. I don't see that being so bad. So we'll have to wait and see what Universal does, but I don't think they will close the Mummy, or at least think about closing the Mummy until, and I mean this with all seriousness, I don't think they'll close it until, until the Fast and Furious attraction, the roller coaster, is open. I just don't think it's possible. They can't have that type of attraction be gone until Fast and Furious is done. And then obviously the hotel projects start, which I'm still kind of wondering when that's going to start, because we're already 3/4 of the way through 2025, and it makes me wonder when they're going to start this hotel project in the Woody Woodpecker parking lot, which, by the way, is right in front of the security area, which that's also going away. There was a post here, hold on. Tiny Snack said, any plans for a movie discussion about Fantastic Four? Yes, I'm going to go see it. I don't know when I'm going to go see it, but there will be a discussion about it. And I probably will have maybe Orange Grove 55 or George from Citric Coast Central on. So yes, there is definite plans for that. Dead Short says the world of Pokemon for Universal Studios Hollywood is a good idea. I absolutely agree with you. I don't know how it would fit next to wherever they want to put it. So it'd be very, very interesting to me on how that's going to go. But we're just waiting for the tram, and our tram's coming right now, actually. So I'm super excited. Wizard, if you're watching this, or anyone in the chat, if Wizard isn't watching this live stream, get him on the live stream, because I'm about to board the tram, and I know he wanted to see if we could see any markers that they have placed behind behind the Simpsons show building. So let him know that I'm about to jump on the tram here, and we'll go from there. All right, here we go. I'm sitting on the far right side. Okay. Sorry guys, I just gotta take my backpack off real quick. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. And I cannot wait until they take the 3D away from King Kong, because it is kind of annoying to wear these glasses, these 3D glasses, these things right here. Hold on, show you guys these things. Cannot wait for that. But let's take a look here. Oh, the studio tour is great. I love the studio tour. It's so much fun. It's a blast. It's an absolute blast by far. But I wonder if we're going to see any celebrities on the tram, or we're gonna. The line says 15 minutes, but it's getting busy. It's getting busy. I love when they show this. Here, hold on. I love when they show the old school. That's so cool. I love that.
Oh, everyone has a pair of 3D
I love when they show the old school commercial
spoiler alert, there
or
are some
little
3D effects
little
on the
clips.
tour. If you don't want to miss out on those pretty effects, you're going to need those 3D glasses. So if you do not have a pair and you'd like a pair, just raise your hand, keep it in the air so we can see you, and then we'll get you a pair of 3D glasses as soon as possible. If there's any small children on the tram, please don't quite reach the floor. Now's a good time to move towards the center of the aisle.
I wonder if we're gonna go through any quiet zones today.
Relax, get comfortable. Feel free to have drinks and/or snacks with you on the tram. It's the only attraction in the park, and you have a little snack all around your ride.
See, I love that about the studio tour. We could take drinks and food on the tram tour. What an awesome experience.
We have some filming on the lot today for shows like Bel Air and the show St. Dennis Medical. So in case we pass by a soundstage that has active filming going on inside, I might put this on your screens.
So there's possibly a quiet zone, Bel Air,
really
and the other show is filming on the lot today.
The microphone might be a little too loud for the filming that's happening. So once again, feel free to talk amongst each other, and I'll let you know as soon as we exit that quiet zone.
Okay. This is a question for Universal High and many of his followers. How many of you want Jimmy Fallon to disappear from the studio tram tour, from him being a narrator and someone else chosen? Personally, for me, I think it's time for a change. I would personally like to see Steven Spielberg come back. That would be amazing. Or maybe even someone completely different, Chris Pratt. Who knows? Who knows? I love watching Animal House. It's so much fun. Unbelievable. And I can't even believe, not even a month and some change, I'm going to be back here. Obviously, I'm going to visit the park a couple more times. But I can't believe I'm going to be back here for multiple days in a row for HHN. I'm so excited. I've been dying inside for an HHN season already. Man, crazy. And we're just getting ready to take off here. We're just waiting. But so Dead Short says, hey there, theme park wizard. Theme park conductor is on the studio tour. Yep, I'm on the studio tour. And for a wizard, because I know he loves me doing this, I don't know how weird it's going to be, but I'm going to do it anyway. Choo choo. He loves when I do that. Obviously, I can't scream it like he would want me to, but he loves me doing that. And it's funny because OG 55 tells me all the time, while you're at Disneyland, you need to get a conductor hat, Mickey hat. One of these years I will. Here we go.
See you later to the theme park. See you later, theme park. Now, my name is Jazz, and I'm going to be your tour guide this afternoon. Hello, everyone. Now you all can make it out. Hello, hello. Now, I don't know if
we're going to see if there's any markers over here.
To show the studio tour. We couldn't do it without you, so thank you so much for being here today. We also couldn't do it without our driver, Eric. So everyone say hello, Eric. Awesome. One more person to introduce. You may know from Saturday Night Live, the host of The Tonight Show. He's my co-host for the studio tour, the one and only Jimmy Fallon.
I don't see any.
I'm Jimmy. Experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Jasmine.
And the greatest driver.
I don't see anything, but oh well.
I love that. Even though
Jasmine
owes me $5.
Oh.
I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Alright, so first, if you need guest assistance, have a medical emergency, you're jostling a value off the side of the tram, or you're having sound and video issues, reach up and grab that red E-cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram. Let me back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please stay seated, keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. The studio is a private property, so if you happen to drop anything off the side of the tram,
of course, we get a bouncy tram.
Pull the cord and remain seated. Please no smoking of any kind during the tour, and be prepared.
Of course we do.
Tour features loud noises, fire effects, and many water effects. There's a chance you might get wet. There are also sudden tram movements during the tour, so secure your
Tram movements. I feel like I'm moving right now.
Please do not use selfie sticks
Unbelievable.
on board.
New promotion for Ready 2.
Where we leave a theme park,
Nice.
where we head into the
And
heart
the
of
famous
ThemePark
Jaws
studio that's
50th
been around for
anniversary.
110 years. On your left-hand side, you'll see construction for a new Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster coming soon next year, 2026. On your right, you're going to see our very own fire station that's been here since the beginning of Universal Studios. Hello. Now it's called Fire Station 51 to pay homage to Station 51 in the television series Emergency. But they're a real functioning fire station here to keep us safe. As we go down this hill, you'll probably notice movie posters. This is our Universal timeline. It's a representation of a few of the thousands of films that Universal has produced in the last 100 years or so, starting in 1914 with our very first film, Damien and Pythias. It wasn't until the 1930s that Universal received their first Academy Award for Best Picture and Best Director for the film All Quiet on the Western Front, directed by Louis Milestone. Also above these posters is our famous Universal logo. The logo has changed and evolved throughout the years, but it wasn't until the 1930s that you would start seeing the logo in the beginning of a Universal film. Everyone, we're about to enter our front lot that has a majority of our 36 sound stages. The first one you're going to see is on your left-hand side. We got Sound Stage 12. It's one of our largest, most historic stages here on the lot. A lot of productions have filmed in Stage 12, including our classic monster movies like Dracula and Frankenstein. And if you were here this past Halloween Horror Nights, the Eternal Bloodlines house is located here at Sound Stage 12.
Which that was incredible. Here's the WWE house.
A soundstage is a large building
rumored
where indoor
WWE
filming takes
house.
place. They're about 98% soundproof, so productions don't have to worry too much about outside noise interrupting inside filming. Plus, you can create any kind of setting that you can imagine inside of a soundstage. As you pass by these stages on your left, if you notice any open doors, go ahead and take a little peek. It's a quick glimpse into what the inside of a soundstage looks like. And these large doors to these sound stages are called elephant doors. Because way back when, in the silent movie era, we had animals on the lot for movies and westerns, and we needed doors big enough to fit the elephants. So hence the term, elephant doors. But nowadays, they're more commonly for loading in large sets and large set pieces that are needed for shows and movies filming on the lot. The show that's filming here on the front lot today is the show Bel Air. And Bel Air is a dramatic reboot of the 90s sitcom Fresh Prince of Bel Air, starring Jabari Banks, Ollie Sholaton, and Coco Jones. On your left, you'll see Soundstage 14. Now, that is one of the many sound stages that were used when they were filming Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, directed by Ron Howard. Soundstage 14 housed Mount Crumpet, the mountaintop layer where the Grinch lived. And Ron Howard is no stranger to this lot or to Soundstage 14 because he also used that soundstage for his film Apollo 13.
Hey, Giro.
Now, Soundstage 14
Tower
is also been used
Coasters
for...
Universal High is here, so I have to go say hello to him.
Well, that monster at the end was Dracula,
Hey everyone,
played by
is
Bela
live
Lugosi.
acting weird
And
to
Dracula came
anyone
out
else
in
or just me?
1931. They filmed an English
Live
language
acting
version
is
and
weird.
a Spanish language version simultaneously.
You're not wrong, Jared.
The English language version would film in the daytime, and then the Spanish language version would film at night. Different actors use the same sets, but till this day, the Spanish language version is also considered a classic. And this is a little back-to-back comparison of the English and Spanish language version of Dracula.
I am Dracula. Soy Dracula. I never drink. Why? Yo nunca bebo. I am Dracula.
Crazy.
Bela Lugosi, who played Dracula, was also offered the role in Frankenstein as the monster, but he turned it down because he was afraid the monster's makeup would inhibit his acting, and the monster didn't really have any lines. So ultimately, it went to Boris Karloff, who was just an extra for Universal at the time. But as a direct result of the success of Frankenstein, it really took off Boris Karloff's career, making him America's #1 horror star. If it weren't for characters like Frankenstein and Dracula, who knows if we've had the plethora of scary characters that we have today. Who knows? Halloween Horror Nights. Well, I have Roy Scheider on the screen, so real quick. He's playing Cheap Roadie from Jaws, the film that's celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. Now, Roy Scheider was not the first casting pick for the role of Cheap Roadie. What happened was Steven Spielberg was at a party, and he was really just racking his brain on who's going to cast for the role of Cheap Roadie. So enter Roy Scheider, he comes in, he's like, Steven Spielberg, what's going on? And then Steven Spielberg was like, oh man, I don't know who I'm going to cast for this role of Cheap Roadie in this film Jaws. And then Roy Scheider and Steven Spielberg, they talked all night. And by the end of the conversation, Roy Scheider was like, well, what about me? And then Steven Spielberg was like, yeah, why not you? And then he got the role of Cheap Roadie for the film Jaws. And it goes to show that sometimes in life, you just gotta shoot your shot.
It's funny, they're showing Halloween Horror Nights commercials. That is usually what they'll show on
what are we doing here in front
HHN.
of Soundstage 50. Well, you may know that we closed
Hey,
the
Jared.
earthquake attraction that's
Good
stood
to
in the
have you
lot
in
for
the chat.
decades. But don't worry, because he still made way
All right,
for
here
this
we go.
new, unrivaled, state-of-the-art, two-level soundstage. And we're going to do a little soundstage visit, so everyone can see what the inside looks like when we're getting ready to
There
film.
we go.
So as we
I
enter,
love
just kind
earthquake.
of pick up on some visual cues,
So
take
much
some
fun.
guesses of what could be filming in here. But as always, for your safety, remember to remain seated, arm and legs in the vehicle at all times, secure your personal belongings, always hold on while the tram is in motion. When in the front on your left, you'll see the production schedule. Looks like they're filming for a ticket machine heist.
Lovely.
And so far, it looks like we're at a subway station. You see lighting.
Good to have you in the chat.
We're going to pass by the director's chair.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
we're in a subway station in San Francisco.
The
There's
real
a San
effects
Francisco
are about to
sign
start.
right here.
I love this.
On your left, there's some wardrobe, the makeup chair's lit and ready to go.
There we go.
Looks like okay. Slight tremor, no need to worry. It happens sometimes here in California. It's one of those. Oh, sure. Oh, okay. Remain calm. Ladies and arms and legs in the vehicle at all times. Secure your belongings.
Oh boy. I'm getting wet.
Earthquake, the big one. Not the small, not the big one, the big one. So sorry for
That's
lying to
California
our
for you.
listeners. It was closed.
And that's up.
But to be fair, it was closed for a while. It reopened last spring for the 60th anniversary of the Studios Tour. It got a complete Hollywood makeover, joining us here in the 21st century.
Absolutely.
It was based
Glad
on the
they
disaster
redid
film
it.
Earthquake that came out in the 70s around Thanksgiving time. It was supposed to be followed by even more terrifying film during
There we
Christmas
go.
time, but
Future
production
home of
delays
the
kept that
mill
from
for the
happening.
studios.
But eventually, people were able to visit Amity Island for summer vacation, which is exactly where we're going,
Oh,
everyone.
we got the front row seat.
And don't
the
worry about
good
any
side
rumors
for
you may have heard
Jaws.
about a great
I
white
love
shark.
it.
Matter of fact, here's Chief Brody to reassure us. Chief?
Hi folks, Chief Brody here. You may have heard we have a shark problem, so I'm afraid the beaches are closed.
Yeah, you got a real bad fish out there, Chief. I'm here to offer my services.
Thanks, Mr. Quint, but we do already have a plan.
You can hire me and be open this summer, or you can play it cheap.
Well, we do have Officer George patrolling the waters already.
Georgie? Diving? Sounds like amateur hour to me. Good luck with that one, Chief.
Oh my goodness, more than ever, please remember to remain seated, arms and legs in the vehicle at all times. But don't worry, because it looks like Police Diver George is out there to save the day. Typical Thursday for George. George? George, are you okay? George, stay underwater if you're okay. He's okay, he's okay. We have a diving lesson later. Who would have missed that?
There we go. Here's the big boy himself. There we go. Oh, come on. He's not that ferocious. Yeah, right.
Yikes. I'm so sorry, everyone. I didn't realize this beach had a serious gas problem. But that was just our shark, Bruce. Modeled and named after the shark Bruce in the silver blockbuster Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg. Now, while filming Jaws, that shark had a lot of mechanical issues and made it really difficult to film. So much so that the production team coined the nickname Flaws for the film. Because on the first day of filming, the shark sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Other times the shark would flop on its side, or the tail would get stuck in the wrong position. So director Steven Spielberg and editor Verna Fields quickly realized that the solution to this problem was to show less of the shark to create terror and suspense. And I think they succeeded in that, because there's a lot of terror and suspense that had such an impact on culture that we're talking about it 50 years later. It produced such iconic lines like, "You're gonna need a bigger boat," which is an improvised line performed by Roy Scheider, by the way. We have left Amity Island and we're here in Old Mexico, where it sounds like there's rain in the forecast. Just remember to remain seated, arms and legs in the vehicle at all times. Now, in filming rain, we can't rely on Mother Nature to have rainfall on cue, so we have to create it. Now, we use the advanced technology of sprinklers to sprout the water into the air to have it fall on the ground naturally. Lighting helps capture the water by illuminating the rain, making it visible on screen. And then sound for thunder is added after filming in post-production. So then when you tie all of those elements together, it creates the perfect setting for rain. Alright, that's great. Can we get a cut on the water, please? Yeah, no more water. We gotta keep this tour moving. He said no more water, not more water. Oh, what do you mean it's too late? You just, oh my goodness. Okay. Everyone remain calm. This is actually a little rehearsal we're doing. Yes, for a new movie we're producing. It's called Too Flood, Too Furious All the Time.
That's hilarious.
I'm just kidding. This Flash Flood right here is a paid actor. You may recognize him in films like Big Fat Liar, starring Paul Giamatti, Amanda Bynes, and Frankie Muniz. The water is recycled and released in large tanks from the top of the hill. Speaking of water, we will be passing by Amity Island again, but do not worry, we will not visit it this time, I promise. We'll just look at it from afar.
Looks like that area is closed for a good
Also on
day.
your left, you'll see the billboard that was made to look like the one in the film.
Nice.
As we pass by Amity Island, these sets that surround Amity Island are actually the Cabot Cove sets in the film. From the TV series, actually, Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury. And as you turn the corner on your left-hand side, you'll see one of our neighborhood streets. It's called Elm Street. One of the few neighborhood streets that we have here on the lot. Coming up on your right, you'll see the Chicken Ranch house that was used in the musical, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, starring Dolly Parton, where she sings, "I Will Always Love You." Now this is a practical set, which means you're able to film scenes on the inside of this house as well as the outside. But right behind it, you're going to see something that looks like half of a house. And this is called a tea set. It's there to give the illusion that whoever's living in the Chicken Ranch house has neighbors. And most of the houses on our lot are semi-practical, which means you're able to film partially on the inside. Some houses even come with their own upstairs, downstairs, living room, and kitchen. Now we're here on one of our other neighborhood streets on our lot called Colonial Street. It's a very popular filming location, not always open to the studio tour. Matter of fact, it reopened this week because we've had a lot of filming here for a new series coming out called The Burbs, starring Keke Palmer. It's an adaptation of the film The Burbs that came out in 1989, starring Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher. And they both, the series and the film, filmed on this very street. So look out for The Burbs, coming to Peacock, NBC's very own streaming service. But you might also recognize this street as Wisteria Lane from ABC's Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
This location here used to be a house and then they blew it up.
You may also recognize some of these houses from other productions. Like coming up on your left, you're going to see a brown house that was used in the holiday film Candy Cane Lane on Amazon Prime, starring Eddie Murphy and Tracy Ellis Ross. Coming up on your right-hand side, you'll see the yellow house that was used in the Netflix series Never Have I Ever, starring Maitri Ramakrishnan. And you're going to see a powder blue house coming up on your left-hand side. Or is it powder blue? Oh, they repainted it. It was the house in Ted, the series on Peacock. It is now a different color because we're able to repaint our houses to our use. Now, what else fills the scene? Houses, sets, people, signs, vehicles. And when any vehicle is featured on screen, it becomes what we call a picture car. And a picture car is any vehicle featured on screen. So it could be a boat, an airplane, a helicopter, a scooter, any means of transportation as long as it's featured on screen. And here are some examples of picture cars being used in Universal films.
Sorry, it's so bumpy, guys.
We're going to turn the corner. And if you'd like to see photos or videos of our picture cars, they're going to be on your left-hand side.
Shout out to Jared and Tiny Snack for joining the live stream today. Shout out to our great moderator, Orange Go 55. Is always amazing. And we're going to pass where they're going to start building, which is pretty much confirmed by looking at it, the Blumhouse Terror Tram, even though they haven't officially announced it yet, but that's what it is.
As you can see, picture cars can range from Universal Studios Glamour Trams to gyrospheres from Jurassic World, even the cars from the Flintstones, which are made of mostly of foam rubber and fiberglass.
I do like that song a lot. Unbelievable. And the Great Bates Motel. Let's see if Norman's going to visit us today.
All vehicles are great at getting us from point A to point B.
That Hollywood
And it's
sign,
like,
I love that they decorate
the Bates
it.
Motel, where you check in, but you might not check out.
Oh,
so
here we go.
I wouldn't stay here if I were you.
HHN Construction.
As you can see, this construction right from the Bates Motel in preparation for our haunt event here, Halloween Horror Nights.
Yep,
Also on your right, on
absolutely.
top of that hill, is the original Psycho house from the Psycho film directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Now, the Psycho house would be considered a facade because it's just a shell of a building. Not much going on the inside, except for legend has it that Mother is still there upstairs waiting for you. So as we get closer to the Psycho house, see if you can spot Mother upstairs. She should be in that first window. Hello. Oh, I guess Norman is home. Why wouldn't he be? This is his house. Okay. This could be awkward, but it's okay. I'm good in these situations. I am a professional.
Hey,
Okay.
David, what's
Okay.
up?
We're good. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Hi, Norman. So sorry. Don't mean to trespass or bother you. We just wanted to see how the house is looking. Obviously, it looks great. Doesn't need a paint job at all. So we're gonna make like a tree and get out of here, okay? You take care. Oh no, Norman, no knives. Use your words, not your knives. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. It's not how we treat our guests here usually at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Big crane.
Whew, from one scary world to
Everything's
another.
doing well, David.
We are here
Big
at the
crane
War of the
for that
Worlds set from the
production.
film War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg, about an alien invasion. And yes, that is a real plane that was broken into several pieces
It's
and moved into place
supposedly
by
for the
flatbed
movie
trucks.
Odyssey that's coming
The
out.
houses on the right-hand
what this
side are
big
modeled
crane
after
is
a real
in,
neighborhood in New Jersey.
Falls Lake area.
Now, Steven Spielberg thought it'd be more ominous not to have bodies on the plane for this alien invasion, because it creates this air of mystery. And well, what happened to them? Where did they go?
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
I can't wait to walk through this area during HHN. It's going to be so much fun.
Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep pressing me. Listen, listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Now I'm closed. Bobby, get in.
Tom Cruise is such a rebel. I love him.
Get
He's
in.
one of my favorite actors.
Now, when this film came out, Steven Spielberg put a 5-year hold on this set. That means no other production could film here until that 5-year hold is over. The reason being because he just wanted the set to be solely associated with his film,
They
War of
built
the Worlds. But
a
after that
tent
5-year
here
hold was
for the
over, any
actors.
production was more than
Probably
a
dinner
set.
and lunch and
Like the
breakfast.
TV show Community, starring Joe McHale and Donald
Oh, so we're not
Glover,
even going
the
that
comedy
way.
series Key
They
and
closed
Peele,
all of it.
Nicki
Jupiter's
Minaj
Flame.
from the music video
There
here
we
from
go.
her song Fly, featuring Rihanna. Most recently, Ariana Grande filmed her short film here for Brighter Days Ahead. But Steven Spielberg has a long history with Universal Studios. He's actually a fan of the studio tour.
My entire career began with my relationship with Universal Studios just as a high school kid on a tour bus. Remember, in those days, there weren't trams, there were buses called the Gray Line Tour Bus. And I was so excited and thrilled to be on the lot. This was my first time ever on a movie studio lot.
Yeah,
And during
looks
a
like we're
bathroom break,
skipping it.
I hid in the bathroom, and when everybody
So
left to get
the
back on the
movie
bus,
that,
I waited another
like I
15
said,
minutes until
that's
I'm sure the
supposedly
bus
going to be
left.
filmed
And then I had the
in this
entire lot to
location,
myself that day.
Odyssey.
And in those days, movie lots
It's taken
were
over
so
the
crowded
entire
because
area.
all movies were made
I'll have to
on
get a
film lots.
picture
Say
and
they're made
snap
all
it
over the world,
from
on location,
Curious
but
George
most of it was focused in those
or
days
from
in
the
60s
ET park
on film
instructor.
lots. So nobody
On my way
noticed me
out,
when I
I'll
was going
go
around from
on top
soundstage
of the
to
park
soundstage,
instructor and
I
take an
thought, my
overhead
own young way, I owned
picture
the
of
lot
it.
and had the
We
most
never go
amazing
this
day of
way.
my life.
That's crazy.
All right, and then in celebration of Steven Spielberg's own Jaws celebrating its 50th anniversary, here's the original 1975 trailer.
So here we go.
There is a creature alive today who has survived millions of years of evolution.
It's doing well, David. It's
Without
doing well.
change, without passion, and without logic. It lives to kill. A
It
mindless,
looks like nothing
eating
but
machine.
Fast and Furious supercharged
It
yet.
will attack and devour anything.
And right in this
It
location,
is
right
as
here,
if God
right to
created
the
the
right,
devil,
is where Terrifier is going to be, and
Jaws.
Poltergeist.
best-selling novel, Jaws.
It's typically why I don't go in the ocean and swim.
Rated PG.
I want to
Maybe
be
too
bit by a
intense for
shark
younger children.
or killed by one. And that's a
The
true
Jaws
fact.
ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the tram. And most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on the Universal lot. There have been tweaks, of course, over the years, but it is essentially what the designers and myself all envisioned and created. I'm done bashing the shark. Thank you, Jaws, for everything you've done for me. But I will say, consistently, the shark did work much better on the tour than it did in the Atlantic Ocean in 1974.
All right, everyone, we did reach the conclusion of the World Famous Studio Tour. I thank you for your patience in advance because we do have a few trams in front of us. If you're familiar with LA traffic, it extends all the way here to Universal Studios Hollywood. But once again, thank you so much for joining us here at Universal Studios, especially at our studio tour, the staple of this theme park where all started for Universal destinations and experiences. Shout out to our past members. If you'd like to become a past member, visit the box office in the theme park and see if you can upgrade today's ticket into an annual pass. If you'd like to purchase any NBC Universal shows or movies that you may have seen on the tour, visit the website uphe.com.
Even at Universal, we have
also, there's
traffic.
a couple photo
Unbelievable.
opportunities in the park. As soon as you exit
Wow.
the tram, you're going to see a little clock tower pediment set up, so you can help celebrate the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future by taking photos and videos in front of it and
Unreal.
see the clock tower. We also have a hanging shark at Waterworld. And you might run into the characters Captain Quint and Chief Brody while you're there. And if you'd like to stream Jaws, it's on Peacock up until the 31st of this month, so you have a few days. Or if you want to own it digitally, you can on the website on your screens, uphe.com.
There you go.
Once again, thank you so much for joining us here at the studio tour. On behalf of our driver, Eric, and myself, Jasmine, your tour guide, and everyone here at Universal Studios Hollywood, we hope you enjoyed this little behind-the-scenes experience that has now been 61 years in the making and counting. And like we say here in Hollywood, you're going to need a bigger boat.
That you do.
Let me tell you something, Paige. Yeah. Let me tell you something.
There we go. Hold on. Oh, Denny, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you couldn't catch me. Oh, thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Like I said, I do these live streams and videos and post on social for you guys. It's all for you guys. And I love doing it because I tell you what, it's definitely definitely is a great way to get away from my 9-to-5 job. Obviously, I don't work 9 to 5, but I just call it a 9 to 5 job, full-time job. To be specific, Jared Journey says, Jeremy told me that had Nope set closed yesterday as well for some filming. I wonder for what filming. I don't think it would be for the Odyssey, would it? Or whatever's filming in the Falls Lake area, which I'm pretty sure it is the Odyssey. They kind of confirmed it. Or someone did online. I don't think they would be filming the Odyssey in that location. It's got to be for something else. Oh, maybe an HHN commercial. I would love that. Definitely love that. All right, here we go. We're moving
I've
again.
been on that tour so many times.
So I want to talk
since
to you
was a
guys for a
kid.
brief second once I disembark the tram. Just waiting to get off.
I grew up in Los Angeles, and that was like the place to go and see Jaws.
I got my introduction to Universal Studios through the tour, and so then to be in the movies and seeing the trams drive by,
Yeah.
it's very overwhelming.
One of the coolest things actually about shooting for Universal is sometimes you get to shoot on the lot, and then you look over and see
Pretty
their
cool.
Jaws. Like there's the flash flood, and all those trams are riding around.
Yeah, even famous actors love coming here and riding the tram. So the tram is definitely unique. I hope it never goes away.
I have so many amazing memories of the lot when we were shooting Back to the Future.
Being here brings me back in time, I'll tell you that.
The tram would come through, and tourists would see Michael J. Fox, and they're taking their camera, snap, snap, snap. So one day, Michael J. Fox had his own camera, and every time the tourists came through snapping their pictures, he ran out and he started taking pictures of them.
That's hilarious.
It was actually the back lot, the courthouse square, that inspired the entire climate.
And for anyone that didn't go to FanFest nights and go to Courthouse Square, what an experience that was. My God, that was
I
awesome.
already had vertigo. I just thought there's no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand on that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a cable.
Unbelievable. Christopher Lloyd is one of those other actors, among so many others. Harrison Ford, Jamie Lee Curtis, which was just at Disneyland. I missed her by one day to meet, and even Mark Harmon. I love that. Jared says rumors are Back to the Future area should be back next year for FanFest. So let's hope. I know many missed it and want to go. Yeah, Jared, it was absolutely incredible. I'm pretty sure you went, but it was absolutely incredible to be on Courthouse Square. That was, oh my God, dream come true by far. Crazy. Like I said, I think the theme park seems very busy today.
All right, everyone,
That's a
when
good
the tram
thing.
doors open, please watch your step.
All right, we're going to disembark, and I'll talk to you guys for a minute or two, and then we'll end the live stream.
Please stay hydrated, drink plenty of water.
Bear with me for a second.
And enjoy
Bear
the rest
with
of your
me.
time here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Have fun on the next ride you go to.
Oh, Jared, you're not wrong about that. You are not wrong. And meeting Mark Woodbury on the lot with his executives was a lot of fun too. Because I got to meet him, take a picture. All right, here we go. Hold on. Oh, man. Okay, give me 1 second, guys, and it's gonna, like I said, it's kind of chaos over here right now. 1 second, guys, 1 second. Bear with me. Oops, sorry. Okay. So that was an amazing studio tour. I love taking the studio tour every single time. Always a blast. You never know what you're going to see. It's never the same. There's always something happening on the lot, whether it's filming, you see a famous actor, or you see stuff like that where we couldn't even go into Jupiter's Claim because they're filming what is rumored to be, not confirmed, but rumored to be the Odyssey movie, filmed by, who is it, Christopher Nolan? Yeah, I think Christopher Nolan's directing that, so I can't wait to see that. That looks amazing. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I could be wrong. I get things mixed up all the time. But, and then HHN, full swing on the back lot in the Bates Motel area. Can't wait to walk through that. Absolutely incredible, guys. But you know, it's always a great time to come to Universal, and you know, a great way to prove that to you guys is long time, you know, short time friend, but hopefully a long time friendship. Mark Bricky, who runs Hey Bricky and Bricky Vlogs. Huge Disney content creator, I mean huge. Has a fantastic mind when it comes to the architecture and the history and just the engineering background he has. where he's fully analyzed the Disneyland Resort and everything that it has to offer and what future it has and the past history it has. And for the very first time, 10 years, he's been putting off coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. And he finally came the other day with another content creator that I met back in May at the Disneyland 70th kickoff celebration. Adam the Woo finally was able to drag him here, and Mark and Bricky did two videos. One he did on Bricky Vlogs where he was actually here, and then another one where he's just talking probably somewhere near his house, and he was saying, wow, it's not going to be a Universal channel. He's not going to, play the war game between Universal and Disneyland, but he was so amazed how they can cram so much stuff into this park on a hillside. Man, it was crazy. And he said he cannot wait to come back, and he became a pass holder. Amazing. I cannot wait to see him come back to this park and break down and analyze every inch of this park and kind of see his perspective on what could come next. I cannot wait. Jared Journey says, very excited for Bricky's videos on Universal Studios Hollywood, on designs and all the lands in the park. Me too. I'm super excited. And whenever I get to see Bricky in the park, it's absolutely incredible. He's a great friend. Me and Orange Grove 55, George the Italiano from Citrico Central, we all hung out. Back in May for like 2-3 hours, just hanging out with them, and it was absolutely incredible. Shout out to Hey Bricky and Bricky Vlogs, and just Bricky himself. What an amazing guy to hang out with. Just an absolute amazing guy. He did a fantastic job. Just recently, he was at Walt Disney World at the Magic Kingdom to film what was last to be the Liberty Bell's last day at the Magic Kingdom. Universal Coasters, it's been a long time since I've seen you, brother. Good to see you. But yeah, Mark was absolutely incredible. I'm going to be going back to Disneyland, but probably not until August the 15th or the 16th. Or no, I'm sorry. No. August the 24th and 25th, because I'm going to be there with George, the Disney Italiano from Citrico Central, Orange Grove 55, Tommy Toon World, and so many others to celebrate George's birthday and just hang out, and to do the Orange Grove 55 meet and greet in downtown Disney. Jared says, I met Bricky before. He got a big and talked for like 20 minutes about Disneyland. Super great guy, and was able to see him again on the set. Yeah, me and Orange Grove and George, we all saw him. He was on top of the platform where the train load station is for the Disneyland Railroad on Main Street. He was there hanging out. It was absolutely great to see him, but man, what a fantastic day at Universal Studios Hollywood. Thank you all for commenting, posting, liking this video, subscribing to the channel. Shout out to our great moderators, Orange Grove 55, for moderating this live stream today from Universal Studios Hollywood. And if you haven't liked this video already, please do so. It helps me out, helps the channel out. You can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Blue Sky, and TikTok at ThemeParkConductor. You can also find me on X at ThemeConductor. You can also find me on Conductor Sunday live stream at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we talk all about Universal Studios Hollywood, the Disneyland Resort, HHN, and everything the theme parks have to offer. So definitely stay tuned for all the amazing content that's coming up. Like I said, I'm going to be in Vegas next month with Tommy Toon World to celebrate the grand opening of Horror Unleashed, and I cannot wait for that. The week after that, we're going to be celebrating George's birthday at Disneyland and at the hotel. We're supposed to be doing this massive live stream. I cannot wait for that. Also, the week after that, or like a week and a half after that, I'm going to be back at Universal for 3 days straight doing HHN, the HHN 2025 season. So definitely subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you never miss any, and I mean any, theme park conductor news, updates, and information. I will see you guys soon. Peace out, everybody.